Red 2 standing by, all 4 lit, and in the green, welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey, where we have been exploring on the moon. I'm going around just seeing if there are any other bits and pieces I can find in the area, but we'll eventually be heading out to the Cap Kingdom and pursuing our post-game moons, because we have heaps to find when we hit the moon rock. Plenty of adventuring to do, and we can still do some races as well. Ah, yes, we've got trace walking. So, what path do we have to take here? Is it a circle? Walk in a circle. Okay. So we sort of have to go around the edge of that... The arrows disappear after a bit. Okay, so cut around there, then cut over here. Over the... damn. I think I've already screwed that one up. Oh, yes. No, that was bad. That was really bad. I think I have to take this one a bit slower because... I think you have to be... Okay. Okay, am I allowed to do it the other way? Hey, that's not bad. 86, yes, doing things anti-clockwise is a bit better. I cut it a bit fine at the top, but otherwise, not too bad. I am kind of running the entire time. Giant steps are what we have taken walking on the moon, but we should... Okay, so do we have the Cooper race? Yes, we do. While we're here, did I ever read this out? I might not have read this. So, Honey Loon Ridge, the new frontier of lunar life. Population unknown. Size lunar. Locals rabbitish? ? Currency starbit shaped. Industry, tourism and weddings. Temperature unknown. Wedding hall. Legends tell of a moon goddess, and this wedding hall is said to have been created in her honour, though no one knows for sure. The stunning exterior contrasts beautifully with the black sky, a symbol of Honey Loon Ridge. Weddings here are often open, so lucky travellers can join the party. I think it's often female deities associated with the moon, though it's a male one in Japanese mythology. The surface of the moon is harsh, but a few creatures do live there. Take heed if tempted to study their unique shape and movement up close, as they have sharp spikes. It's probably best to observe them from a safe vantage point. Interestingly, similar creatures can be found in the Seaside Kingdom. Did life on our planet, which began in the seas, actually originate on the moon? Moonfrog. This frog now lives in Honey Loon Ridge. Brought to the moon by the first pioneers, it's now considered a good omen for visitors. See one and you'll have a hoppy day, haha. Cubes of mystery. Possessing unique metallic properties, it's hard to imagine how these cubic moon rocks formed naturally, but they can be found in great abundance up here. Similar rocks have also been found in various areas on the planet, and the method of their formation remains shrouded in mystery. We recommend seeking one out and pondering its mysteries up close. Lunar interior, secrets. We've heard stories about extensive caverns beneath the lunar interior. There's an entrance directly into the moon rock that's easily accessed, but it sounds quite dangerous inside. On the other hand, tales abound of thrills and mysteries waiting within, so it may be worth investigating. Be sure to take the necessary precautions before you go, though. A view to remember. Our world as seen from the wedding hall is something everyone needs to experience at least once in their life. With the planet as your witness, it's no wonder weddings are held here. The 3 keys to the kingdom. Experience the floaty feeling of lighter gravity. Listen to the glorious bells of the wedding hall. See the mysterious moon rocks, supposedly energy made solid. Fascinating indeed. Alright, across we go! Stuck that very nicely. And we'll just sort of look and see what else we can find, really. I do need a frog for one of them. which is a bit of a bother. We can at least take a little less time if we go up here. I'm pretty sure where we need the frog is back at the start. We have to go all the way back behind the wedding hall. It's a bit of a pain that the frogs are out of the way, but we do need them. Well, maybe frog singular. So, we need to run a fair way back. We're not going to win the race as a frog. But we might get a little more air. Ah, yes, I see where it is. Oh, that's a moon rock. We can then do the race later on. Run, little frog. Run and jump and run some more. Ooh. Slowly but peacefully enjoying the surrounds of the moon. We do have to go very carefully. It takes a long time. Ooh, we are going up. Ooh. At least you can control your momentum fairly well. Gee, it's still a bit of a daunting task, though. There's a lot to work past. Oh, hang on, I need to collect... No, wait, hang on. Or is this only when I hit the moon rock? Was it over here? I'm certain there was something else I needed the frog for. Maybe it is moon rock only, because I got that moon. So this is what happens when we hit the moon rock. The cubes just start rotating, the controllers shake. And they explode! Almost like the creation of a new galaxy in Super Mario Galaxy. We get more moons in an area now. So many power moons popped out! Oh yes, so, no, they took my frog away! That's not fair! I needed that frog. But I can do more trace walking. Trace walking's up there. And there's a timer challenge, so we might as well take in some of these challenges and see what we can get up to with the Moon Kingdom. May as well make a start if it's all here. Oh. Oh, that's rough. I thought I had that. Okay, I might be able to do it now. Stick the landing. Oh, no, not again. Frames in it. Oh, this is going to be a little tricky. And even then, that Astro Lancer is still firing at me. Okay. There we go. Moon Kingdom. Oh, Timer Challenge 2. So there's that one. That's starting us off. I need to go and get my... Actually, let's go and do trace walking. Because I was talking about that. We need 90 points on the trace walking. We can do both the races now. Which is pretty sensible. Might as well rack up coins while we're here. Because we are going to need coins. If we want some more of the fancy outfits. And it's interesting that they do consider those moon snakes actual living beings. It's really cool. They must be silicon-based life forms. I might want to change my outfit. Okay. So, once again, we're walking in a circle. Oh, I already started off very badly. That's close. That wasn't too bad in all fairness. At least this guy's actually a fairer judge than the stupid picture match. I have not actually done anything about picture match just yet. And I'm outright refusing to. Okay, hook it round. I think we took that a little too wide. Yeah, a little too wide out at the end there. Look, I'm consistent. At least I'm consistent. That's actually kind of amusing. It's interesting that this one seems to have a purple shell. Yeah, it's a bit easier for me if I wind up going this way. So we cut around here, then we sort of cut down. Oh yeah. No, that one was definitely worse. .96, that's pretty good. I mean, we were getting into some picture match level judging criteria, the sort of which would make Professor Oak look at them and say, wow, this person is a really, really awful and terrible judge who should not be allowed near any sort of judging criteria ever again. Because, if you've seen some of Professor Oak's random judging criteria in Pokemon Snap, like, it's part of why I actually like the original Pokemon Snap a little bit more than new Pokemon Snap is beautiful and has incredible depth of content, even if some of it is a bit unintuitive like the original had. But at the same time, the original was just nice to pick up and play and have a bit of fun with. And that random jankiness was just all part of the appeal, really. Simple but enjoyable. A good pick up and play game. Alright, what's down here? Ooh. We've still got space gravity. No, somehow... I don't know how that happened. I was jumping towards it and I somehow moved away. I mean, I mentioned that I wanted to change my outfit. But, like, we jump over here, we get those. Observe the shadow. At least we do cast a shadow. And we can take out the Astro Lancer and eventually get down to the ground. This is going to be an interesting challenge. Well, so far so good. Now, so somehow I've got to get up there. Maybe if I... That's how I do it. Okay. We can ignore the astro... Oh, that was pretty stylish. Ooh, oh, okay. I was looking for where the moon was, and then I'm like, okay, there's the bonus moon. A swing on top of a swing. That was fairly stylish, if I do say so myself. And then I just completely lost the ability to do any sort of jump or throw my hat somehow. This feels very Mario. It's like somehow you wind up doing the most spectacular things completely on accident. Then when you actually try to exploit game mechanics to do things, it doesn't quite work. But that is the nature of the challenge. We will find a few more areas that actually have this sort of approach, using the Another World music. I really like this theme, honestly. It just sort of fits the feel of the secret areas so well. At least in my opinion, anyway. Oh, I didn't think I was actually going to stick that landing, so let's... just be very careful, swinging in the breeze, and go from there. Whoop. Oh, I hate that! It's like, okay, I can jump at this platform just fine, and then you find that you've... Wait. Oh, I've got the headband on. You just find that you've perfectly synchronized yourself and your movement speed with the platform moving away from you, and you're left lunging, desperately flailing for the platform, arms grabbing out in futile desperation because you actually foolishly thought you might land on the platform, but it's just moving away from you at the perfect rate to screw with you. Maybe if I go up here, I can long jump. Right, now we have to jump and time our movement. And then we can stick the landing for the moon. Navigating giant swings. Not too bad. Once I got the timing down. So there's that. Oh, there's a moon in the wall. Is there? Oh, the notes. That's what's there. Should be able to make that with a little bit of a boost just in case. So let's pop in here and grab that. You will find these bonus moons all over the place, really. As I said, well, you can find the locations of them from Hint Toad and the Talkatoo. You will also end up being able to locate the moons you get from the moon rocks just on the map screen. And there we go. That's that one sorted out pretty easily. Taking notes in low gravity. But yeah, at least it shows you where they all are if you do want to complete those. With the other ones, though, you've got to use other methods. You're kind of out of luck, which is a bit of a pain. So, over near the Talkatoo is a pipe. Wait, Talkatoo's all the way up there, isn't he? Great. And I do need to get my frog so that I can chase down the moons. Because there is one that's just... It should be just... You can see it out there, very high in the sky, and you need the frog to hit some invisible blocks. Oh, the bird's yawning. Well, I suppose the depth of animation is really good in this. Oh, I have pain. I feel pain. I feel so much pain. I am having bad memories flooding back. At least there do not appear to be any fuzzies yet. But that could all change now. We need to... Oh, wait, hang on. That's weird. That was very weird. Okay, so I need that. Oh, nice. Edge of the Galaxy. So that looked like one of our bonus moons. Then we need the Koopa Troopa shell. Ooh, and then we go around here. This is like... And then we gotta do some Mario Galaxy shenanigans. Center of the galaxy. That one's so much nicer than the crap you go through in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's a much more pleasant gravity section. What else do I have to get here? The frog. Something in the moon caverns. Okay. If I bring up the list... Doesn't tell us what they are exactly. That's one of the... There's a timer challenge somewhere. Alright, let's get down to business, actually. Oh, right, I can't warp in midair. Let's punch it over here and see what we can find. I'm pretty sure there's a unique bird... And we can go get our frog on top of that. Alright. Yes. Now, the unique bird, if I remember correctly... I can't... Wait a minute. Hang on. Is... What's the button that... That's the one. That's the button that... That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to use snapshot mode to zoom. It's not exactly the same, but you can see that the bird, or quote-unquote bird, for the Moon Kingdom is essentially a mini version of Torque Drift with only one eye. That's what I was after. Alright, so maybe I actually have to jump to get close to it. That worked. That actually worked absurdly well. Now, do I do the races? Well, I'm right near the frog. Alright, maybe we can just get it as the frog and we don't have to worry about anything else. So, if I jump up to Ever After Hill, there's another moon. Where is the first timer challenge, I wonder? But it doesn't matter if I don't find it. Well, we're getting close to time. Ever After Hill. If I go down here, then I can... Hidden on the side of the cliff, I can perfectly stick that landing. And then, if we bring up the list, I should only have the 2 racing ones to do. And then we've actually got all the Moonrock ones. That's really cool. So, well, I'll wrap this up with a couple of races. And maybe when we're all done, I'll come back and do some bonus episodes that wrap up the rest of the unique moons. Roving races. You'll get a prize if you win. That's the spirit. Race us to the goal and get there first. There's a bright beacon at the finish line. Alright. We can use whatever means we need to. So, just roll or run or whatever as fast as you can. And feel free to jump. Oh, we might need to grab those flowers at some point too. Those are pretty handy to have. The long jump's pretty good because it covers a lot of distance fairly quickly. Stick it and trick it up there. And then we want to wall kick. And hit the finish line. We made it very quickly, and the other racer just gets there, and you notice he wobbles and dies, or throws a belly flop out of frustration. Moon Kingdom Regular Cup. These become available after completing the game, and then you unlock the other one with this approach. So, let's get going. The Gold Racer is always a lot better. So if we make our way down here, then we can jump, and we're looking for these. So these will give us a very good burst of speed. Probably not as big of an advantage as I hoped, but we're still in the lead. So, it didn't save much time. But there we go. The gold one was right on our trail, but we have cleared out all the Moonrock moons on the moon. There's a lot of moons here. We have 29 moons, and we're going back to the Odyssey in the next one. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2 returning to base. The cover's come off again. How did I fail and succeed? I thought I was going to have to start the whole thing again.
No! Not into the pit! It burns!